Hi, I'm Celeste with eXp Realty, and today I am interviewing a client of mine.
Again, I'm Roshanda, and I actually met Celeste through a friend of mine. My friend, her and her cousin had such a pleasant experience with Celeste, and they were aware that I was looking to relocate.
I know you mentioned before that you've had previous experience about buying and even selling a home, and I'm just curious, how was that experience compared to what time?
No comparison. Um, I mean, I say that so quickly because I sold my first home before I bought this home, and when I say Celeste just far exceeded my expectations. The realtor that I used on my first home, I felt like, definitely, I felt like I could have done her job, but to be honest, I could not have done Celeste's job. She went above and beyond. I've seen things that she's, done for me that I never would have thought of. I don't know if we're going to get into that later, but when I say there's no comparison.
Actually, there is no dialogue, no script for us, as you can probably see. I would love you to say, what was it that you saw in my presentation or whatever I did at the house that was different?
Yeah, first and foremost, when right before your house starts to show, she comes very prepared with these like little cards that it describes every inch of your home, what the potential buyer could find in your home, what is the brand of the appliances, what schools serve your home, just everything that your home offers as you're walking through the home. Celeste places strategically a card with details around your home. And then before we actually showed the home, she just came in to see, if I needed to do anything, if I needed to make any improvements. I will say, I have to toot my own horn, I did have to make many, but those that I did, I didn't think of. Just from black tarring the driveway to removing, a throw rug. Those were things that I never would have thought of. And clearly those things worked because the first day of showings, I had 2 showings. Both of those showings resulted in offers.
And that's the way it should be. I think often when I'm speaking with a client, I'll try and explain to them all of the effort that you do ahead of time, such as packing up, trying to remove as much extra as you have in your home. The amount of stuff we have is actually very distracting when someone is selling their house. So the buyer needs to be able to see the house, not the stuff. So that's part of my consult, is to say, it's not that I don't like your stuff, it's just we need less of it. And often my clients will say that they hear me say less is more a lot, because it's true. And you will make more money if you have less stuff in the picture. Once we're under contract, keeping your timelines.
Oh yeah, it pretty much just kind of keeps you aware of things. When are things happening? When can you expect things to happen? As far as when the inspection will take place, if your house needed to be appraised, when would that take place? When is the closing? So those things are helpful because you just never really have to guess on what's coming next.
As I'm working with clients, one of the things that I've discovered, the less stress my client is under, the easier they are to work with. So most of my systems are built on high level of communication and systems that make it easier for people to know what's coming up next. So I just want to say thank you.
Oh, thank
I've
you.
really enjoyed working
Thank
with
you.
you, and I'm
This
also
was
so
not
grateful.
stressful at all. I will say the most stressful part was that I got a buyer right away and they wanted to close right away.
Yes.
But as far as the selling process, it was not stressful whatsoever.
Oh, yay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and stay tuned for my next testimonial video.